안녕하세요. 말씀드렸던 것처럼 디스코 엘리시움 계속 하도록 하겠습니다. 일단 저녁을 안 먹었기 때문에 저녁 좀 먹으면서 할 거고, 그 다음에 내가 저번에 여기를 들어가려고 했었는데 생각을 해보니까 여기를 들어가는 것보다 그냥 일단 퀘스트를 깨야 될 것 같아. 그래서 지금 퀘스트가 뭐가 있냐면, 우리 지금 이 친구한테 받았던 퀘스트 있잖아요. 이쪽이 아니네? 이쪽 이렇게 가야 되나? 그러니까 요거. 아니 잠깐만. 그러니까 요거 교통체증에 얽힌 수수께끼 요걸 할 거고. 뭐야, 뭔가 추가가 됐네? 아무튼 가는데, 잠깐만, 근데 길을 까먹어가지고 이렇게 내려가는 건가? 이게 하려면 몰아서 하긴 해야 돼. 맞네, 여기 맞나봐. 아 맞다, 여기 다리에서 뭐 또 저거가 있었지? 그냥 좀 먹으면서 할 거고, 금요일 저녁은 보통 피자를 시켜서 먹습니다. 그리고 이걸 그냥 하나를 쓰자. 사기 왜 떨어졌었지 근데? 지금 약간 저녁 때지. 다시 한번 물어볼까? Hey you.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
그냥 이렇게 대놓고 물어봐도 괜찮은 건가?
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
이게 뭔가 이거 물어보는 그런 거가 되게 힘들단 말이지. 아는 사람 없나? 네, 이렇게 살짝. 근데 이게 경찰이랄 걸 얘가 알지 않나? 적당히
Hey,
한번
man,
해보자.
that's serious criminal talk.
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment.
그냥 이렇게 그냥 직설적으로 물어봐야 되는 건가?
Drive it to Jamrock.
좀 먹고.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward... Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
난 이렇게 탐문 수사처럼 하는 건데, 이게 그렇게 막 좋은 방법인지는 잘 모르겠긴 한데, 선택지가 이거밖에. 아, 근데 지금 밤이구나. 생각해봐, 9시네. 뭔가 자는 건 어떻게 하는 거지?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the foot.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
한 번 해서 안 돼요, 2번.
Where am I? Who are you? Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s. Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. Until you came along, that is.
경찰다운
Why
질문이죠.
not, Harifa? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
뭐야? 나한테 잘못 보냈네. 아무튼 뭘 운반하시죠?
Diamonds? Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous? Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't
화물을
drive the lorry for the cargo.
운반하기 위해
You know
운전하는
what I
것이
mean.
아니다. 되게 뭔가 철학적인.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Then it's contraband, Loman. What?
Bad hand. Hermenegildos's bad hand strangled 300 people.
What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare.
적수.
Yes. There is a protagonista.
Those epithets are familiar. I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The word.
If you don't know,
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
you're mad, Loman. What of it?
아니 근데 이거 이렇게 그냥 대놓고 물어보면 좀 그럴 것 같은데.
Good. I don't care about drugs.
She's just a distracted old...
So he doesn't think she's.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Nothing. I just don't...
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning out like that.
Oh, don't worry about me. Lomonosov's land, the Transcatolia Magistral,
뭐 어쨌든 여기저기 많이 돌아다닌다.
the Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly. You're right, Loman.
A correct appraisal.
Is that all you woke me up to say? What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I say, what I feel. If you don't,
Maybe if she thought you're
그냥
corrupt.
이거 한번 대놓고
why would I
물어보죠.
want to do that? Loman, what in the name of God are you talking about? Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat. The U41A. What do you think? It's diamonds, Loman, obviously. Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet.
깡마른 남자.
Also, he's the only
광장
one
맞아.
I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the.
Where do you want me to go? Or I can just...
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go.
빡빡하네. 잠깐만. 근데 광장 건너편에 있는 사람 아까 걔 아니야? 얘 아니야 얘? 얘 말고는 다른 사람 없는데. 다시 한번 물어볼까? 아 이동 중.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind? Ah, man. But those days are behind me. There are other addictions. Hey, man, that's serious.
Entrapment is a.
Then what's your deal here?
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need. Gotta guard the stuff. Boss is.
A rhymesmith. This.
Look, man. I try to.
We wouldn't say he's
쉽지
lying,
않네요.
sire.
아 이거 한번 해볼까? 자.
Wait. There's something here. Stored away in some.
Whoa. What else? Silent communion. That's good.
갑자기.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
나는 뮤즈의 그릇일 뿐이야.
Right. But really, no bullshit.
내가 지어낸
great
시지 물론.
Fucking hey. Seems I got you. It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others, I get you. When they really click, it makes the world.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you can the.
일단 호감도를 좀 얻은 것 같긴 한데 뭐가 좋은지는 잘 모르겠고. 다시 한번 여기 살짝 들어가 볼까? 애들 뭐 말할 수 있는 거 있나? 근데 말할 수 있느냐 없지 여기. 이 자식은 어떻게 아직도 자고 있냐? 너 이러다 허리 나가, 친구야.
The worker is in a deep
Looking for something? Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the
화물을
dock
튕기러
workers are
왔다.
on strike. Apples.
apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Look, as detective. I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples.
Koiko may be another derogative. For a person from Grad, you think?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow him down South Yekokata. A beautiful place.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no
Yeah? Says who? Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those
He
호이?
means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk. Those degenerates from Grad, cause that's what they're all called. Koiko Pichik. Hey, if the name and description fit by the
사과정
very
구경할 수
price of
있을까?
nature, did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet?
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter. Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything. Hell no. It's a guild.
종합조합.
Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same.
얘는
Been trying
전화를
to fuck
싫어하는
us out of our
친구인가 보네.
trusting street thugs with their goods.
그래.
He's going to fuck him right up.
일단 이 친구 조금 수상하고. 그다음에 이건 뭐야?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorry man's
뒷자리는
cabin
잠깐만.
with person. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection
명예,
of peculiar
힘, 순수성.
paraphernalia.
이거 째 거냐? 아까
Proclamations
뚱뚱한.
about
잠깐
honor,
이건 뭐야?
strength. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror.
태양.
It is a seal of royalist
레바쇼.
era revel. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front
헬렌달에서
cover
온
features a
사나이와
large, muscular man.
피그미들의 잃어버린
The title
도시.
reads, Man from
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this spot. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is.
그런가 봐. 에이? 아, 이렇게 오는 거구나. 여기가 끝이고. 그럼 더 볼 게 없는데.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure.
he might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight measurehead.
네, 지금 이거 어느 정도 됐지?
Advanced
Oh,
race
됐네.
theory.
이거 그럼 이제 들어갈 순 있는데.
Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is
수사 스킬의 레벨 제한이 5로 상향됨. 아, 이거는 저거로 해제를 해야 되는 거지. 이제 들어갈 순 있어요. 저거 말 걸면 되니까. 근데 얘한테도 한번 다시 말 걸어볼까?
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
별거 없네. 나 이거 다 이해했어.
the unpromising race pupil returns.
8%.
And
아, 이거 어떻게 해야 되냐?
fascinating. The Revacholian degenerate shows
타락한
signs
레바시오린이
of
자기 반성의 조짐을 드러내다.
How did you accomplish this little feat? So it would seem, Thrall of Hull. I find myself at a crossroads. On one hand, this pathetic self-therapy has little to do with the great
뭔가
mystery
쎄한데?
of living organisms. And, of course, you will not be able to free yourself from the yoke of rule. If the Revacholian degenerate is capable of critical thought,
아니.
he may still prove a race adversary.
Jan, baby. Do the heroic thing.
That is not possible. The game of Shahmat you play against the rules tricks is
네가 틀렸어. 난 할 수 있다고.
You will not. You cannot withstand the waste.
It's super hard, Jan.
Very well.
한 번만.
Remain in tow.
Well done.
오. 된 거임? 이쪽은 못 가고 아래로 내려가야 되는 건가 그럼? 좋아, 나 들여보내줘. 아이 포키. 헤이, 어떻게 들어가는 건데? 에이? 어떻게 들어가는 거임? 어떻게 들어가는 거임? 이건가? 아하. 굿. 노조 위원장과 대화.
On second glance,
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around.
the drawer opens smoothly. Inside, hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds and the same materials being handed over to companies inside. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant. It appears to be a to-do. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes.
신발,
Special whirling
보고서,
borscht. Water
고르시.
Everard's plant. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself.
Everard Clare, probably. the head of the...
The special borscht. What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs. Remember, Leo, all items on the list. The drawer. Slide.
덱셀에도 아 이게 그 뭐 와이프 관련된 저거였던가? 그래서 지금 요렇게는 했는데 요거 이제 더 올리려면은 경험치를 모아가지고 요거를 해제를 해야 되고 그 다음에 또 저게 있죠? 그 요거 레벨업을 했을 때 여기에 투자를 할 거냐 개념하는 근데 7이야 여기에 투자를 할 거냐 아니면 저 슬롯을 열 거냐 뭐 이런 거죠. 근데 지금 지갑 같은 경우는 이제 한계치가 더 많이 올라간 거지. 아무튼 근데 잠깐만 말하라고 그러는데
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. Tonight, you should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of...
근데 이거 말해야 되지 않을까? 한 번만 열어준다 그랬잖아. 이거는 처리를 하고 싶은데. 아 이거 그냥 도둑질인데? 잠깐만 일단 위로 올라가자.
An imposing combination of a punch clock.
끝내고 싶긴 한데 이거 처리를 해야지. 조금만 야근합시다.
Someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the
하얀
railing
사각형.
here. There is a white...
Yes, it was probably... It does bear the service cloak issued to you by your...
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin,
내 거였어 세상에. 뿅. 뭐야 얘. 아 이렇게 가는 거구나. 근데 이거 기본으로 뛰게 못하나? 그만하고 싶은데 여기까지 왔으니까 짜노 여기까지 왔는데 한번 끝까지 가봐야지. 근데 어떻게 가야 돼? 어디야? 어떻게 가는 거야? 뭔데? 아 잠긴 거야? 근데 맞나? 내가 맞게 가고 있는 건가 지금? 컨테이너.
Container, I'll turn.
the lyrics to this container, the accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice.
Container, used to be wild pines. Container.
굳이 방해하지 말고 여기 에브라트 있는 것 같으니까 이렇게 들어가자. 아니 없네?
A large table with two huge vacuum. You snatch up the red plastic card. It features a black contour
에틴
of a
호가스.
crane lifting.
잡았고. 그러면 이제 다음번에 또 들어올 수 있죠? 낮에 한 번 더 들어와야겠는데 이거. 청새치네? 시계 역할을 한다고? 아 이게 내가 밤에 와가지고 애가 없구나. 어차피 그러면은 돌아 나가야 된다. 오케이. 그러면은 다시 돌아갔다가 어차피 카드 얻었으니까 다음날 다시 오는 걸로 그렇게 하면 돼. 쟤도 굳이 방해하지 말자. 이 긁어 부스럼을 만들지 말고 그냥 가자. 요 고래 피우. 그럼 어떻게 나가는 거였지? 아, 여기 이렇게 돌아서 내려가는 거구나. 이 위쪽에 또 뭐가 있었는데? 아, 뭐가 있었는데가 아니고 뭐가 있는 거지. 빗물을 모으고 있다. 오우씨, 뭐가 엄청 많아. 공병들. 돈 벌어야지.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads
괜찮을까?
Rene.
If you must. But please, hurry.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The
아니,
cap
나도
Let's
나도
get going. The entire neighborhood.
아래에 가자. 이거 너무 여기서 시간 끌다 괜히 또 긁어 부스럼 되느니. 이거는 근데 공병을 주워가자. 이런 거 그냥 다 주울 수 있는 거임. 아, 그러네. 다 주워 그럼. 내가 야 경찰이라 청소까지 해준다 야. 됐다. 많이 주었다. 가는 길에 그 공병 저거 기계에서 한번 환전 하나 하고 그러고 가자. 그리고 요것도 한번 또 한 입 먹을게요, 밥을. 음. 얘도 들어갔네. 밤이라서.
The tear machine stands in the. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
8.52. 근데 100 얼마를 내야 되지 않나? 빚진 게 그 정도 되지 않나? 협상 좀 해, 우리. 너랑 할 말 있어.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? A lot. A
130,
lot.
그러니까 지금 8밖에
The
안 돼.
room, drinks. Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking.
이거는
and-
팩트라서 내가 반박을 할 수가 없죠.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
아, 이런. 틀렸다. 아무튼 이런 식으로는 대화가 끝도 없겠군.
Not until you bring me the money.
잠깐만요. CG 좀 가지고 올게요. 오케이.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're
동력 마차에 쓸만한 물건이 있을 겁니다. 자동저장. 킴 카츠라기에 등골까지 뽑아 먹는 중.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio,
I have something here we could sell.
transport enclosure. Red
아이고.
cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. The silver edges sparkle in.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop
필캡.
down by the Martinez Canal. A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son. That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't
아이고.
necessary for conviction. He never asked for them.
고마워. 자네 도움에 감사하네.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
전당포가 어디 있었더라? 이쪽이었나? 여기는 저거고. 프리트? 그치. 이쪽 아니고 저쪽으로 가는 길인데 이쪽 아니고. 킴 카츠락이 왜 이렇게 흐릿하냐? 뭐지? 이것은 알고 보니 유령이라는 복선인가? 어디 있었지? 전당포? 길을 잃었다. 전당포 어디 있었더라? 길치에게 가혹한 세상이라니까. 이 밑으로 가야 있던가? 그랬나? 그런 것인가? 맞나? 여긴가? 뭐예요? 여긴가? 맞다.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here? The pawn shop is always open.
58%.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light,
파일
while the mind
올리기.
continues to race forward.
그게 뭔데?
Lucky, a drug developed by the military to
방사선.
treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them.
이거
Prolodon is just something since I was with the emergency.
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
We were an all-volunteer force.
On the patch, gamma radiation line.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. So much disappointment. And no one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. I like the theory more than the story.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from.
Yes, These are very, very good.
200레알.
Did you defraud some foreign prince for the...
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course. I meant...
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do
왜
not
칼같이 주네?
The rest is for him.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps. Have you tried it before?
The lieutenant steps away. He won't be your nog, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your
일단은
gut.
한번
Of
받아보자.
course.
일단은 우리 증거품이 있어요. 이제 파이롤리돈. 이게 실제로 그 마약인지는 모르겠지만 아무튼 있다는 거. 이거 뭐지?
The front of this quarterly journal features a large to your disappointment, there aren't any. For after rifling, the magazine is divided into
아니 나중에 해 나중에. 지금 내가 자야지. 일단은 안경은 연극이 마이너스 1이네. 경찰 이거는 입으면 무조건 좋은 거. 잠깐만. 소름. 경찰 정시. 이게 더 좋네. 그리고 요거를 쓰면은 시각화 분석은 이미 충분해서 저건 어디 있는데? 아 이거야 파이롤리도 감정 체력. 오케이 일단은 돈은 생겼으니까 다시 저쪽으로 갈게요. 솔직히 근데 저거 그 지금 여기 그 뭐라고 해야 되냐? 여기 여관에서 생긴 문제는 전적으로 이 주인공 잘못이라서 그냥 돈
Can I
깔끔하게
help you?
갚는 게
Yes. Have you... Well...
그래 친절하게 한번 가보자.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rent. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors. Please pay for each night in advance, starting
헐
tomorrow.
아니
20 real
20레알이라고?
per
돌아버렸네.
night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have office.
아니 20레알 없는데요?
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now
좋아
we guess.
난 어떤 유형이지? 미안한 경찰?
Yes, sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's
미안한
make it
경찰.
official then,
다른
shall we?
경찰 유형들은 뭔데?
Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, Liquid Shadow. No, you don't. Come on, you'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Wow. Okay.
하네. 잠깐만. 이거 스키에 몰릴 건데 이거를 할 수도 있고 아니면 이 내면 세계에서 요거 해제하는 거가 저거지. 그래서 요거를 하나를 한번 뚫고 요걸 해볼까 싶기도 한데 그래서 요걸 열고 빨풀 근데 이런 거가 현실의 황무지. 그래 이거를 이제 술을 끊는 거를 가자. 내면화 간다. 오는 감정 개념화 운동 스킬 네, 이제는 어쨌든 잘 수 있게 되었습니다. 뿅.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the
싫은데
tray.
내가 담배를
Light it.
피우던가?
Who knows what you are? A monster. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette.
생각해보지.
Or better, good. Thinking about, and when you're done thinking, plus smoking
아이,
them gives
이득 있다고? 여기가 원래 저거였죠?
This is the door to the room. You
잘 자게
redecorated.
Just a
경이.
moment. We should talk about our
아,
project.
그래. 맘대로 해.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy.
기억을
on the
잃었다니까,
RCM.
친구야.
Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction.
아는 게
basically.
없지.
I have a cigarette every night when I go.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that
한 대
cigarette.
빌려서 피워볼까요?
I apologize, but I will go one with me. Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
오늘 하루는 어떻게 생각하나?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that I would say our initial inspection was. Then you shot him in the chest, which
Why, not ideal. He means he can't believe he let you try that trick and would be angry if he.
being sober also tends to help us proceed. But moving on to the
칼같이
interview,
구네.
we didn't get to meet her up.
그치. 내일은 찾을 수
We
있고.
tried to interview the White Band's rep, but she asked us to do something. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is.
If Kim is emphasized,
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's
아, 많이 뛰어다녔다.
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
한번 멋있게 얘기해볼까?
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And nice shoes, by the way. I know the green goes with the orange.
우리가 RCM으로서 행사할 수 있는 권한이 정확히 어떤 게 있지?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the
아,
National
벌금
Security Shares
부과할 수
Assessment
있다고?
is
돈
imposing
벌기 쉬운
fines
거 아닌가?
to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can, officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station. We are permitted to use
가능하면?
whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. The coalition government.
모럴 인테르.
The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did.
혁명
Now we
이후에
attempt to maintain.
연합 정부에 의해 국제 영역의 치안을 복구하고자 조직되었습니다. 그래서 저희는 치안을 복구했습니다. 이제는 치안을 유지하는 데에만 집중하고 있습니다.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention.
이거는
whether the citizens of
일단은
Russia
잘
or the
모르니까
coalition government formed.
침묵하겠습니다.
Silence. A great comment to such a
오케이.
conundrum.
모럴 인테르니
The
뭐지?
Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution. Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right
중도
parties across the
좌파와
Conveyor Belt.
중도
Our
우파의
coalition government is just
정치적
one of
연합입니다.
many projects.
연합 정부는 많은 프로젝트 중 하나에 불과합니다. ICP와 EPIS 그리고 대부분의 범정부적 기관 또한 모럴 인테른이 운영하죠. 상징 푸른 물망초이고 표어는 사랑, 연민, 자제입니다.
I think you can gauge what they
어허.
Something kind, something something even a little feminine, something like
아니
lovely,
진짜
serious.
겁나 시끄럽게 머릿속에서 이렇게 오케이
Do you? In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law.
그래.
Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez.
오케이,
Most of
대충
them,
다 된 것 같아.
especially the Union.
너 할 말 있는지 한번 내가 기다려줄게.
The dying lights of the city ship. An aerostatic passes overhead. The whiskers of its floodlights on the ground.
비공정이 마치
His
비공정이 있어?
glasses light up as he looks to the sky.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid.
그러니까 이게 쿠노 그 자식이 너무 시끄러워서 킴도
In the GRIH.
겉으로는 차분한데 지금 혼자서는 상당히 짜증나 있는 상태인 거지. 근데 쿠노는 진짜
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company. Not daring to come here more. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work.
일단 그냥 무난하게 희망적인 말을.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
오케이, 무난했다.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere. The air suddenly feels calmer. It's time to become a citizen of the kingdom of conscience.
도장이나 찍어줘. 양심의 왕. 오케이, 뭐 별건 없고요. 일단 오늘을 마무리합시다. 내일 아침에 뵙죠. 얘야, 수고. 여기서 그냥 자는 거야? 조지네.
The bed is cold and not but
The option to go to sleep becomes available
the sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your
침대가
skin.
야 근데
The bed sags beneath your
저거가
weight
침대
as you
역할을
stretch
할 수
out
있냐?
and finally close your eyes.
대단한데?
And then sleep doesn't come.
난 자고 싶은 걸
Obviously, you're in bed. Maybe it's the bed's fault.
반대편으로
It's a little
눕는다.
better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed
이만
phrases.
자자.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids.
이게 잘 때는 다른 생각을 안 하려고 노력해야 돼요. 그래야 빨리 잘 수 있습니다. 근데 이건 뭐냐? 얘로 못 가는 거네. 이거 뭐야? 이 액체 뭐야 이거? 왜 이 시체가 있겠지? 오 쉣. 뭔데 이거? 벌 모임? 콜리.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
뭐야? 이게 대체 무슨 일이지?
What it says on the can, Harry.
해리.
Answer the question. You're not kidding anyone, Harry. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her. And then later in the reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare.
내가 그 여자를
This will-
떠났어.
Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. It was the tell me. Where are your friends?
다시
Human
떠올리고
beings
싶지
have
않아.
thought they were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming
다 이제
back.
있었는데 본인이 망친 그런 케이스인 건가?
You failed.
엘리시움. 엘리시움이 뭔데? 게임 이름이 디스코 엘리시움인데.
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the you really dropped the
그 모든 걸
ball,
네가
Harry.
망친 거야. 아니 야
4.6
그거를 망칠 능력이 있으면은 씨
and you failed every single one of them.
You really fucked up.
아니 이런 대단한 46억 명의 사람들을 한꺼번에 실망시킬 수 있으면은 완전 대단한 능력자인데? 분명 예전으로 되돌릴 수 있어.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high
해결하려고 노력
conductivity.
중이야.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up. So something is wrong.
잠이 이렇게나 끔찍할 리 없는데, 이렇게나 건조하고 영양가 없을 리가 없는데, 또 다른 종류의 수치라고?
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you
어서
saw.
일어나서 옷 입으렴.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
아니 근데 진짜 이거는 너무 숙취 아직도 숙취 쩌는 중. 일단 요거는 하고 있는 거고. 딴 거는 없고 가 봅시다. 뭐야?
Good going, buddy.
이제 눈을 감을 때마다 이런 일이 벌어지는 거야?
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a... You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think?
이런 일이 벌어지는 거지?
It's just that your heart has finally put
몸에
all the
있는
speed out
스피드를
of
다
your
써버리는
system,
거야.
Buster. You're too weak to say no now.
스피드가
Waking up is the
뭔데?
worst part. Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday. It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel
아니야.
like you're young
약쟁이로
again
가지
and ready.
않겠어.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Suit yourself. Slow.
가보자. 약 바는 거는 좀 자제해야지. 이 사람답게 살려면. 킴, 카츠라기 여기인가? 어딨어 카츠라기.
The door is closed.
아 이거는 저거고 그 맨 처음에 그 여자 방이고 다음에 혹시 뭐 발코니에 있나? 아니면 내려가서 기다리고 있나? (7시 34분이라서) 좀 뭐 이르긴 한데 아니 근데 이거 굳이 숙박 저거 안 하고 그냥 킴 카츠라기 차에서 자면 안 되나? 어? 여기 뭐 애들이 있네? 근데 나 이제 돈 없어.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union must.
오케이.
They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
소란스럽다니 무슨 의미지?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez men who drink beer for breakfast.
맥주 아침으로 맥주를 마신다니
The
대단한데?
Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
지원을 요청해야겠는데?
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the...
아 이거 좀 빡세네.
Just a moment.
She's agitated.
And there's no public.
The closest phone booth is down the coast.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again.
친절하게
dear.
한번 해볼까?
Please don't trouble yourself about me. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. I was also hoping she'd heard.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
That's just it. This isn't like him, but you have more important.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often
대충
lead to
그냥
something
들어놓고 나중에 해도
interesting.
되지 않을까?
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin. Well, his expression is.
You can't go around forever showing
손바닥은
grown men.
거친 편이지만
If you
손을
want to
만져봐야
find
되는
that
거잖아.
husband,
그러면
you'll need more concrete
이렇게
information.
한번 여쭤보겠습니다. 제가 거리에서 그분을 만나려 한다면 어떤 특징을 찾는 게 좋을까요?
Oh, well, he's a bit
키는
shorter than you,
작지만
but
몸은 더
with a
다부지고
larger
머리카락은 긴
frame,
백발이고
and he has blonde
부스스하다.
white hair.
The lieutenant pulls out.
One other thing, he'll
야전
likely have all
장비를
kinds of
갖고 다니곤
field gear
해.
on him, even if he's not out in the reeds. I hope I've been useful. Just
탐험
some field
뭔가요?
work, sweetie. Morel is a highly
곤충
trained
종을
scientist,
연구하고
but they should
있어.
have returned by now. They were just going down the
해안을
coast
타고
across the
내려가
water lock
함정대.
to set a few.
The water lock. That was
관문
broken.
망가졌네.
Could this be it?
Oh, sweetie, Gary's as loyal as they come. Oh my. What happened to the well? Whatever the cause, I'm thankful.
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation,
Yes, some left field. Some
and if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled
그래
up in
그래
his
뭐 이거
work.
그냥
Oh,
말만
you're
해주면
such a
되는
dear.
건데.
Thank you,
네,
sweetie.
이 정도로 하고 우리 이거 저 친구 잠깐만. 야 너 아까 어제는 밖에 있었잖아.
Let me handle this.
You seem a little
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
오케이.
not
진지하게
a muscle
얘기해보자고.
move.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder
Oh.
the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
뭐 그렇긴 해.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The district of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority.
아이고
We will
같이
make an arrest
키치락이야.
if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
왜 그렇게 공격적으로 보이지?
Aggressive. You make your
Just dock workers. Do dock workers
아이고
spy on the
이거
police?
키치락이 약간 발작
We'll let you
버튼
off
건드렸는데.
easy, miss. Don't think it will happen.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask. Or get back to your commanders.
질문을 시작해보자고. 너랑 얘기하고 싶으면.
What you want is of no significance, officer.
그래 됐어. 이 친구지? 얘기 한번 해봅시다.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective.
그냥 어차피 얘도 저거 뭐지? 그냥 그 잡담을 하면서 아이스 브레이킹 하는 거를 원하지 않을 것 같으니까 바로 본론으로 가자고.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
또 극혐인 친구들이 나왔구만.
Easy, boys. These janitors.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw.
8명이었다 그랬지. 지금 얘까지 합치면 8명이거든? 요렇게니까. 방을 둘러보자.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Across at the other table.
43호에 징 박힌 작업용 부츠.
Size 43.
갱단
Gang
문신.
tattoos. He spent his youth in Villa Labos.
오, 뭐야? 어떻게 알아? 직전에 그는 유년기를 잼록지구의 계획형 거주지구인 비아로고스에서 보냈습니다. 투옥도 당해보았을 것입니다. 더 알려드리고 싶지만 잉크가 다 떨어져 가네요. 이거 무슨 뭐 페르마의 마지막 정리도 아니고. 46호에 앞코가 철로 덧대어진 표준형 작업용 부츠를 신고 있는 우리의 대장 조정 클럽 T 하디 주장. 아, 그 작은 잠깐만. 그 여자 신발 얘네.
40-something non-alcoholic beverage in hand on his neck. Let's call this one the musician. Size 41.
잠깐만, 41호.
With the light step. Not a child
41호.
after all. An older man in the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size
그냥도
46.
적었는데.
Deep marks.
오케이.
In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the
생명이
crime scene.
빠졌고.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds.
The fuck is with you, fella?
현장에서 8개의 발자국을 찾았는데 너흰 7명뿐이군. 마지막 1명은 어딨지?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy this... Or what? You want to be the 8th...
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn!
That's talking. Now what?
It has to be good. If he won't let you pursue it. Looks
그러니까 뭔가 캥기는 게 있으니까 말을 막는 거 아니야.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
아, 죽이 참 잘 맞아. 키츠라기.
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys, man. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
내 총 니네가 들고 있구나.
Good. We are all watching each other.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy soon.
편하게 가자. 너 아니야?
Nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? I am not.
You could be Liz. You could be anything.
Even Ahmad? Glenn, I went
아,
to law
진짜?
school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
Please, do.
It's not her. She's not a Hardy girl. Definitely.
Obviously, I'm a lawyer. A legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
약간 인권 변호사 같은 그런
Consider
느낌인가?
what you say to
아무튼 여기는 그럼 할 뻔한 것 같아. 자던 친구는 사라졌고. 아이 좀. 물 좀 먹겠습니다. 저 마약 저거 조사를 해야 되고 그 다음에 먼저 근데 그 노동조합장한테 가보자. 레벨업 했네? 뭐를 올리지? 이거는 사각에 숨는다. 아, 근데 이거 아이템 때문에 떨어진 거구나. 소름. 어스름. 지각 좀 올릴게요. 그리고 어제 당신들은 항만 노동자가 아니라 범죄자야. 아니 이렇게 땡길 수 있는 거였네. 이동 속도가 좀 느리다. 오, 후다닥 갑시다. 후다닥. 어? 이거 뭐야?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. Marsh.
이거 해서 뭐 어떻게 할 수 있는 건가 본데 리스키하죠? 뭐 나중에는 뭘 해볼 수도 있겠지만 지금 당장은 좀 그래. 일단은 만나보자고 우리 노동조합장을. 야, 말 좀 해. 와, 야 생긴 거 진짜 장난 없다. 무시무시한데? 나는 근데 클레어라 그래서 여잔 줄 알았더니 되게 탐욕에 쩔어 있을 것 같은 남자잖아. 네가 노동조합장이라고? 와우. 무조건 뒤에 구린 게 뭔가 있다 이건.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
당신이 책임자입니까?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
해리 드 부하인가 보네 이름이.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
그래, 이러고 건강이 좋다는 것도 좀 말이 안 되지.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair on the other hand.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad...
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
이 자식 이거 악질이네.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man and reasonable men. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
말씀해 보시죠. 이 항만 노조 위원장이 레바숄 시민 민병대에서 나오신 분을 어떻게 도와드려야 할까요?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
그러니까 이거 일부러 이러는 거야.
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence.
아니 네가 제일
Some people have
무례한
known
것
that.
같아.
This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
근데 얘한테 받는 거는 아니야.
Okay. I respect now. I'd like to set your mind at ease about
와, 다 알고 있네 이
your
새끼 이거.
lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but the world is swallowed.
아니 뭐야?
by a
야,
whole fear.
아주 그냥 엄청나게
Only
공격받고
two
있는
words
중인데?
escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, "Be very worried."
대충 이렇게.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't
네가
out there
가지고
playing
있구나 이
with it right
자식아.
now.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. you always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
평정. 한번 뭐 이거는 뭐
Who'd
와,
have
이걸
thought?
성공하네?
Ronnie the rookie? You ain't worried about no lost gun, or unpaid bill, or forgotten name. You're the bad cop. You're probably... The fat man does the same, sinking deeper into his chair. Good. Now lean in with some corruption.
That we do, Harry. Let them say what they will about you and me. We're both born fighters.
이렇게 돌려서 얘기해보자. 이제 신경을 좀 쓰셨군요.
Why, thank you. It's always nice when a fellow professional...
That's it. Now kick back and add a final flourish for dignity.
You strike me as a reasonable man, Harry. I like that.
I think we'd like to ask you a few questions. Don't you think so, Detective?
Whatever you do, don't ask him about the gun first. You don't want him thinking you're scared.
나 하나씩 하자. 총은 먼저 꺼내지 말고. 일단은 이거 먼저.
You might have noticed there's one hang.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why...
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt.
아이고.
A steel reinforced cargo belt. It's safe. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
요거는 합을 맞춰서 가보자. 현장의 발자국도 조사했습니다.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
Okay.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down.
Okay.
And, Jean, please take it easy with the race science. He's had enough of that. You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you.
그러고 지역 마약 거래에 요거 순서가 조이스를 만났습니다. 해서 한번 정보를 살짝 끌어내 볼까요?
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to it. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind
지금
of
이
union
상황이
versus corporation
노조 대 회사와
situation.
같은 대결
Everyone
구도가
is just
아니라는
pals
겁니다. 여기서는 모두가 친구이자 동료예요.
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez here. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you get that nasty body down from the tree. I'm not a jealous guy.
왜 본인에게 직접 만나러 오라고 하지 않는 겁니까?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way.
아, 진짜 말 진짜 능구렁이 같이
He
하네.
doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
이전 협상이셨던 고몽 씨는 어떻게 된 겁니까?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
양보를 해줬는데 왜 그냥 그렇게 보낸 거죠?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left. Empty all your barrels on me, Harry. Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember,
아니
none
진짜
of
이거
this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost guy.
씨, 말 개 많네 이 자식 진짜.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
근데 이제 뭐 깨끗하다고 하니까 마약 거래 얘기 한번 살짝 찔러보자.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny fat guy, but I can't take slander.
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
맞습니다.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So
He's hiding his real...
Thank you for your understanding.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite.
어우,
I'm a
특히
Harry
말하는
guy.
거 진짜.
I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
마약으로 한번 세게 찌르고 그 다음에 이제 시체 살짝.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you, like I'm helping you with the... I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
차분히 대화하며 정보를 교환한다면 이 문제에 대해 툭 터놓고 이야기할 수 있지 않겠어요?
Yes, that sounds good.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines.
일단은
Incredibly talented at opening doors.
여기서 살짝 장단 맞춰주자. 얘가 무슨 말을 할지 모르니까. 당신들은 기본적으로 문 여는 데 선수들이시잖아요. 문 여는 데는 아주 타고난 사람들이죠. 제가 살면서 문을 좀 열어보긴 했죠.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry.
An excellent
그래서.
opportunity presents itself, sire.
그치. 일단은 살짝
Of the arch liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
어떤 문이죠?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel.
족제비.
A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about. A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, just go there, unlock
그냥
the door,
가셔서
and leave it open. It's been
문을
such a
여시고
burden on
그냥
me,
열린
Harry.
채로 두세요.
I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
그냥 뭘 한번 들어보자고.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let you can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the union. Special operator. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that
아유,
weasel to come home and see
위협하려고
the
그러는
unlocked door.
거네. 이거 그러면은 만약 얘를 뒤통수를 치고 싶다 이러면 그 족제비랑도 미리 얘기를 해야 돼.
See you soon, Debada.
그리고 그 무전기로 연락을 또 해야 되거든요. 그 갑옷의 일련 번호 조사를 해야 돼가지고 이번에는 살짝 얘랑 한번 얘기를 해볼까?
The lyrics to the accent is
Container, Everard. He looks after every... I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
부사대랑은 사이가 별로인가?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
사실 우리 사람 맞지?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals.
오케이, 그럼
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
다들 어디 간 거지? 항만이 텅텅 비었던데.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates.
구사대 진입을 차단하고 있고
We're on a strike.
파업
The whole union
중이라네.
is. You don't have
So no one is working?
아무도
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he are. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken
Titus.
trouble, and Everard sent them on a nice vacation.
타이터스
for a
아까
week
걔
or
아니야?
so. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everard telling them to take some time off.
뭐 대충 그 죽임 사건이겠지?
Sure. How can I help you? Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine...
Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht
특제 소용돌이
since the
보르시.
strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags. Oh, sure, mister. Sure.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just not.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know.
Okay.
Lots of containers here have... Bye-bye now.
바이바이 노. 오, 눈 오네? 빨리도 알아챈다. 이제 거진 다 먹었다. 잠깐만요. 아이고. 그래서 그러면은 장외 감독님로 이거는 많이 하나.
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
꽤
It's but
만족스러워.
a rest area on the path leading up. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain.
문 여는
If you have
열쇠를
any more
가지고 있다고
questions, I'm
하던데.
set to talk. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
족제비.
Oh, say no more. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
뭐 별로 정치적인 목적이 있어서 그러는 건 아니야.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it. I get it.
오케이.
What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse.
넉마
That's
둘은
behind the
소용돌이
whirling
뒤편에
rack.
있는
That's all I know.
온실
Our
근처
organization is what you
지하실로
call
들어가는
compartmentalized.
곳입니다.
Means we keep out of each other's business.
저희 조직은 철저히 구획화되어 있어서 서로 일을 나누고는 간섭하지 않습니다. 이거 약간 뭐 어둠의 조직 같은 느낌이잖아. 서로 이제 꼬리가 하나 잘려도 그 본체는 큰 타격 없게.
Okay, but where did you get
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about none of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children. I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff.
He means he's not going to tell you cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard.
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, we're negotiating our share. Aye. All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's...
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page. Communism is basically wanting to kill...
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he's probably in his container at the harbor. So head, sure thing.
This was great. You feel mentally reinvigorated.
The mercenary.
한번 찔러보자.
Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Enemy combat?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our... I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organization...
He's not lying.
Understood. He said...
No problem. I wish the best...
이 정도 했으면 많이 얘기한 것 같아. 그리고 얘가 장 루익인가 그러면? 메저 헤드.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
자.
So it was. My unpromising race pupil.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
There's a but. But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That
그래, 일단은 그럼 갔다 와봐. 네.
Both. Babe, see that they stay here the whole time. The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
이러고 조금 얘랑 얘기하나?
You guys are like cops or something?
살짝 이제 근데 얘는 돌려 말하는 게 크게 의미가 없을 것 같거든요? 약간 박대구리 스타일일 것 같아가지고 아무튼 한번 찔러봅시다. 간지나게 세상 일이 미쳐 돌아가지 않도록 힘쓰는 사람들일 뿐이야.
Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit? I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
뭘 부수고 있는 거야? 나무를 부수고 있냐?
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
나도 살짝 돌려서 말해볼까? 나도 좀 구경하고 싶은데.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everard's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now?
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
당신이 신경 이게 약간 좀 저거고 내가 살짝 이제 한번 그래 난 놀라울 정도로 부패한 경찰이야 틈만 나면 부정부패를 저지르지.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across
Kuno.
the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner.
오씨 뭐야?
Approaching him, walking past him.
조졌다. 조졌다. 아니구나. 얘 돌아온 거구나. 오케이 오케이. 협조 고맙네.
Farewell, ham sandwich. You are a union man.
협조 고맙네. 내가 노조 편이 된 기억은 없지만 너네가 그렇게 생각한다면 막지는 않겠어. 사랑해 시간이 흘러도 가자. 아 잠깐만 가는 길에 요거 무전기로 한번 체크해보고.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is precinct 57. How may I assist? Yes. The armor was produced by
42년
Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la clé in 42.
슈르라클레 베탕쿠르에서 페어웨더라는 업체가 제조했다고 합니다.
It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security
특별
firm contracted to
주문이었어요.
protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict.
얘가 제일 예쁜데?
So, it seems the armor went to
세메닌.
That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over.
코르드 파르마시는 해당 갑옷을 공급한 이후로 여러 번 이름이 바뀌었습니다. 크레넬이라는 민간 군사기업 다운웨이.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
갑옷 한 벌은 착용자에게 맞춰서 주문 제작되었을 것입니다. 분명 누가 이것을 사용했는지에 대한 기록이 있을 겁니다.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant. Sure. Call back
내일
tomorrow.
다시 연락해
Hopefully I
주세요.
will have more information for you then.
오케이 오케이.
In the cabin, you see a
경험치 한번 볼까? 20. 와우, 미친. 쿠노.
You missed a good show before. A kid came
아이,
by and completely
이 자식 뭐 좀
fucked the
상심하고
tree
있는 줄
to pieces.
알았더니 아니었네.
Fuck the tree up! Fucked it good! It was
You need to act decisively. It's Kuno. Use Kuno words.
축하해 쿠노. 너는 스스로를 전응하로 만들었어.
Stop choking, Kuno!
Kuno's not fucking choking.
내가 너를 제압했지. 너는 교육을 받은 적이 없어서 시대에 역행하는 그런 단어를 쓰니까 당해도 어쩔 수 없어.
Like fuck you did. Kuno's gonna keep saying kipped forever now. Kipped. Shit. The fuck did you want anyway? You got your fuck bag down. Now let's talk normal shit.
그래.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, pig o' naught. Kuno does.
The corpse
시체.
lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely
이제
demolished pinewood
내려졌군.
branch.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken. Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination.
오케이,
of the
검시합시다.
RCM's four-phase murder scene process.
4단계 살인 현장 대응 매뉴얼입니다.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
현장 검시가 정확히 뭐지?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
나 기억 없는 거를 네가 자꾸 까먹는 것 같아. 너도 기억 상실증이니?
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano.
장갑 한 켤레 남는 거 있어?
Unfortunately, no.
야, 이 새끼야. 너만 라텍스 장갑 끼고. 아니, 근데 이거 시체 만지면은 시도 고른다니까. 하지만 내 손이 아니죠?
Unhygienically?
아니, 장갑이 있어야
Let's not
되는데.
go glove hunting, please. Let's use division
아,
of
오케이,
labor.
오케이.
I perform. That's right.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack above those. An 11 field info form needs filling out first. It
참관인.
begins with
That's you.
해리드 까먹었다.
the corpse is indifferent to your
검시
scrutiny.
번호.
KK57-08.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
일단 굳이 뭐 저거 하지 말고 성명, 출생일, 연령, 50대 전후.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
나라면 약 42세라고 적겠어.
He nods.
인종, 문디인.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Muindi, the pudgy mess of curdled meat.
성. 아이고.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Nor does he look male. With his
We're still going with March 4th.
51년 3월 4일.
What else?
최초 발견자 불명이고 사건 번호는 금시 번호와 동일합니다.
KK57.
증거 조작의 흔적.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
발자국들을 보면 시체가 사후에 옮겨진 것 같지 않아?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row. Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair. Her silhouette light against the window. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH.
이런 거는 그냥
42
솔솔 넘길게요.
persons found today.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings.
외표 검사.
A thicket of
clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is
See, it's happening.
Babrudin, yes.
바브루딘.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself,
아니야, 굳이 부츠를 내가 가질
you have
필요는 없을 것
deserved
같아.
them.
The boot has a serial number. It's
오케이,
E50.
요거는 저거고.
100. Tattoos.
문신.
The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo.
국기의 모양과
resembling a
유사하고
national
오른쪽
pattern.
어깨에서 심장까지
It
이어지.
reaches from the right shoulder. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case file
프리갓
as
미니로
document.
촬영된.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck. That well nourished, athletically built,
영양 상태 양.
measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with
건강한
age for
체구이며
preservation
키는
of the
180cm로
ambient
측정돼
temperature.
보편적인 42세 남성과 일치. 180cm가 보편적이야? 대단한데? 다 키가 크네.
Body hair is light brown.
모발은
Distribution is
밝은
consistent with
갈색.
age.
머리숱은
The deceased had no
나이대와
pattern
일치.
baldness. Hair is
피해자는
compact.
남성형 탈모를 앓음. 빗으로 뒤로 빗어넘김. 단발.
Lividity is consistent with
교살과
hanging,
일치하나
albeit faint, as
희미함.
noted. The head is congested.
두부의 우혈
Contusions are
형성.
present on the head,
두부
chest,
흉부
and
대퇴부에서
thighs.
타박상 확인,
Consistent with
사후에
stone
발생한
thrown
낮은 속도의
post-mortem.
투석에 의한 것으로.
Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Talking shit about Kuno.
In addition, there are bite marks on the
추가적으로
face, scalp, and chest.
안면 두피
Consistent with
흉부에서
predation.
교상을 확인. 야생동물의 흔적과 일치.
Ligature mark.
사큰.
Steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
이제 어떡하지?
We get chain cutters, then try with those. I have them,
절단기.
corpse. We had a good rhythm going.
절단기 가져와 그러면. 이 꼬맹이들이 뭘 하지 않겠지.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, a metallic drawer.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long
공구들에
case.
집착하지 않는
He's clearly
편입니다.
a little protective of his. The handles
절단기랑
are long and sleek.
그냥 뭐 다 가져가 그러면.
Feels nice and useful for opening all sorts of. It's robust. Lets you see things in it. The pull-out toolbox slides.
그리고 지각을 좀 많이 올려볼까 싶어. 그거 말고는 통증 한계치 이런 것도 있긴 한데 어린애가 날리는 싸대기 한 대에 징징대며 신음할지도 모르는 일입니다. 지각 아니야. 5 정도는 맞춰놓는 게 좋으려나? 조장 평정 우려 반응 속도 난 지각 더 올리자. 개인적으로 이런 감지 계열 올리는 걸 좀 선호하는 편이라서.
The rotting man. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
벨트를 잘라보자고.
Cut with a...
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
8%야. 이건 안 되는데 그러면 내가 할 수 없어.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference
아 이거
of his neck,
내가 하라고?
swelling over the edges like white bread rising from
나
the east.
이거 저건데 실패할 텐데.
Jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, some.
Yeah, fuck him.
Told you my pig.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
오케이 오케이.
He
네가 해라.
sinks the cutters into the knot. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the
그래
dead
역할
man's
분담을
neck
해야지.
and
내가
the dark
덩치는 커
red
보여도
ligature mark around
신체 능력을 별로 투자를 안 했다고.
Here. The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature
편수점은
mark.
목 뒤 부분.
Suspension point is in the back of the
목덜미
neck,
위.
on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced.
사큰의 상부 하부에 피하 출혈 관찰됨. 흔적은 매우 뚜렷하며 지면에서 1에서 1.5cm의 낙차로부터 생긴 사큰과 일치함.
Chest is intact.
흉부
Abdomen is
손상.
protuberant. Pelvis
생식기.
intact.
이 또 꼬맹이들 또 야랄하겠네 또.
No, it's gonna happen. See.
Fucking knew it.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of back is symmetrical and intact.
등은 대칭적이며 손상 없음. 팔다리에 손상 없으나 비대칭적임. 오래된 전투의 흉터들이 오른손 허벅지 엉덩이 부분에 남아 있음.
In addition, I see smaller,
추가적으로 작은 흉터들이 셀 수 없을 정도로 많이 확인돼. 피부의 30%가량을 차지하고 있음.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades.
오,
Dispersal and
장난 아니네.
accumulation indicates long and active
이런
combat
거는
duty.
감상 한번 말해줄 수 있지.
We have a last item.
손. 아니야, 나 장갑 안 꼈으니까.
Hands are clean.
손은
No sign of a
깨끗하고.
recent struggle.
기대했던 것이 있었나?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them.
아,
Honestly,
내가
this
만졌어야
stance is-
됐나?
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
내부 검사.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
뭐 한번 찔러봐.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the
두뇌에
moral
피가
of the
공급되지
story.
않으면 쉽게 두뇌가 망가질 수 있어.
I think that may well be the moral of every
오,
story.
야, 이거 웃네? 좀 친해졌나봐, 키츠락이랑.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from
안구와 혀는
Nothing
불룩하게
related.
팽창돼.
eyes and tongue
목불뼈는 뭐야?
protuberant. Hyoid bone.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand
Oh,
on the
shit.
dead man's throat and begins to You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old
경위가
man's
날카로운 손가락으로 시체의 피부 안쪽에 힘을 주자 갈라지는 듯한 소리가 들립니다. 마치 밤에 오래된 집 마룻바닥에서 나는 소리 같습니다.
The hyoid bone is fractured.
골절된
The rest of the musculoskeletal
근골격계의
system
다른
is
부위는
intact.
정상인
Unremarked respiratory system.
호흡기 계통,
Oral cavity shows no
구강 내
lesions.
병변
The victim
없고
has received
치아 임플란트
dental
시술을
implants,
받았고
possibly after a combat wound.
점막의 출혈
Mouth
확인.
swollen.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's huge.
호호하지 않겠지?
It's hard.
아이 쉣.
Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your
아니,
inside.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
구강 점막의 출혈 확인.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
이상이 없어서?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
잘 몰라.
Neither am I. Same for toxicology and serology. NA. Unless you have untapped
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and odd tidbits?
혹시 괴상한 토막 지식이나 사소한 일반 상식도 받아주나?
No. Cardiovascular.
단호하네.
The body exhibits
시체에
heavy
뚜렷한 시반이 나타나.
blood has gathered in the
양손,
hands,
다리,
feet, and neck.
목 부분의 혈액 침화를 확인.
Hypostasis is visually consistent
교살에
with hanging.
의해 형성되는 것과 외형적으로 일치.
Gastrointestinal.
배설물의 무더기를 쳐다보더니
Digested semi-solid food. in
소화된
stomach.
반고형의 음식이 위장에 잔류함.
What's next on the list?
시체 손상 서술.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and
네
chest,
번째
and a
항목도
ligature
준비해
mark
주세요.
encircling the neck.
우리가
Unique
입힌
free
손상은
feel. Oh, so we inflicted them?
야, 이 선 긋는 거 보소.
Okay, so there's a spin stabilized munition from a kill and an incision on the thorax.
절단기
from a chain
때문에
cutter.
생긴 흉부의 절개.
I wouldn't mention those. Better not to muddy the waters. Injuries.
교상.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark
부부,
injuries.
흉부, 두피에서 교상
Predation by
확인.
birds
세
has
대의
caused
포식으로
damage to the
시체
body.
손상 발생.
Odontologists
자문은
do not
필요
need.
없어.
And your opinion, officer?
사후에 발생 아니야? 세 대의 포식이니까.
Agreed. Next
타박상.
injury. So, the scalp
사후의
bleeds
두부
from a
손상과 두피
post-mortem
출혈
hand
확인.
injury.
손상
Still,
부위에서 초기
the
염증
injury
반응
did not have the
확인되지
room
않음.
of an early inflammatory
현장에 있었던
response.
가해자가
The perpetrator on the
사후에
scene has
입힌
confessed to causing
손상임을
it
자백하였음.
post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
닥쳐.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
최대한에서
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the
치명상
countless
아닌
stones have
사후에
hit.
발생.
Right.
사큰.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck. I see hemorrhaging on the skin above and below the ligature.
Below the note,
손톱 자국 확인되지 않음.
boxes weight.
이게 원래 목
The
매달리면
man's
손톱으로
head jerks to the side. The
그
ring around his
저거를
neck
해야 되니까.
is visible.
이것도 사후의 발생이라고 봐야 될 것 같은데.
Why do you say that?
손톱 자국이
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal? Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurred. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
검시
It
결과를
was,
어떻게? 아, 이거 네 번째
an irregular
저거를
field autopsy.
물어볼 걸 그랬다.
We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. We were thorough with the list of
우리는
injuries
시체 손상 내역을 철저히 살피고 또 상세히 기록했습니다. 무슨 말이 더 필요하겠습니까? 주어진 상황 안에서 이 현장 검시는 매우 전문적으로 진행되었습니다.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a
이 자식 자꾸 술 마시라고 담배 피라고.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
You tilt your head. Oh.
모든 걸 다 찾지 못한 건 확실합니다. 지각 전설적. 전설적 할 수 있나? 지금 내 6인가 7인가 그런데 42%. 이거는 한번 해볼 만하지? 제발.
You run your
Ah
hands
shit,
over
the
the victim's
fucking
whole
yeah.
body, his limbs, His torso with its swollen
손톱
organs.
밑을
Maybe
조사한다.
you should be more. His fingernails have turned dark.
검게
They're chipped
변했다.
and quite
금이
long.
조금 나 있다.
There is dirt.
Do you think we missed something? Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body. It would have to be industrial
산업용
in size.
크기 가르.
Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man?
Only if all else fails.
Kuno looks like he gets around. Knows Martinez. And its fridges too, probably.
이거 판정을 판정을 성공했으면 좋았을 걸. 이거를 실패해가지고.
Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
됐어.
Come back later.
일단 그러면은
Amuse yourself with my frank manners
이거
and
어떡할까?
my
냉동고가
memento
나도
mori features.
빠르게 저걸 해야 되는데
If
더
possible.
부패하기 전에. 일단은 냉장고 소용돌이랑 프리트 한번 다 가보자. 얘 여기 있네. 여기 어떻게 올라가냐? 이거 뭐야?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta. Silence. No
Shit.
one answers the doorbell.
Can I help you? Yes, yes. For the
Correct him.
I don't care. You're not putting a dead body into my fridge. Because this is a culinary establishment.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No.
근데
The
이거
answer is no.
너무 상식적인 발언이긴 해. 야, 누가
Some
식당
kind of
냉장고에
macabre
시체를
circus.
넣어. 냉장고 새로 사야 돼, 그러면.
Let's go talk to the frit, Claire.
결국은 쿠노랑 얘기를 해야 될 것 같은데, 이거? 흐름상? 아님 말고. 가자. 이거는 키츠라이가 잘못했다. 냉장고 정도 하나 차에다 싣고 다녀야지.
Is this about the questions again?
Mm-hmm.
Right behind you. You're joking, right?
Now that I'm looking at it, maybe a glass-doored fridge in a public grocery store isn't the...
Okay.
결국은 쿠노를 신문해야 되나? 마음에 들지 않아. 야,
Fuck does Kuno care? For the fuck imp. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows if Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
72. 수사학.
By killing in his territory, someone has openly challenged Kuno. It's in his best interest. A dark flame smolders in Kuno's
그
eyes.
무법자의 운명은 네 손 안에 있어. 신체 냉장 기술로 그놈의 위치를 찾아낼 수 있게 도와줘.
Alright, Kuno hears ya. See that shit house over there?
A cold comes over you as you glance.
You gotta get in that shit. In there, deep. Check the fucking basement, pig. Don't you know any? There's a giant fridge down there. Fucking will fit
A white bear? A polar bear?
through the bookstore. You gotta beg the book bitch.
Used to be you could get in there through the door. Yeah, book.
He means the bookstore. We have to ask.
Impressive note.
See, the clerk gets it. You didn't hear it from Kuno, pig. But don't forget where
Kuno owns you now, pig. You're Kuno's.
Kuno doesn't.
오케이. 이걸 근데 시체를 들고 가야 되는 거 아닌가 그러면? 모르겠다. 가자. 책 보는 친구가 있네.
The ship takes off like a silvery mosquito, unfolding its rotor blade arms.
Hello? Me? No one. I'm just the working class
노동
woman.
계급 여자일 뿐이죠.
She doesn't really want to. Is she such a working class woman?
좋은 하루 보내세요.
Tremendously.
일단 할 거를 빨리 해야 되니까.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to crime, romance,
바로
and biography.
찔러.
Fridge. No, I don't know anything about.
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like.
그냥 바로 그럼 들어가지.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust. Just as you're about to pull apart.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide.
초심리학적으로
I won't
끝이에요.
be held responsible for the consequences.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
저기에 제가 찾는 냉장고가 있다고 들었습니다.
Everybody suddenly needs something from there. Leave the curtains be. It's what it wants.
부인, 이건 다릅니다. 전 경찰이에요.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I am sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
이거는 어쩔 수 없다.
No! Please just talk to me off.
Talking is always good. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust.
그래, 일단 네 무슨 말 하는지는 들어보자.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to crime. I already told you. It's just let it go, officer.
She recites it like it's a poem, or like she's playing a role she's grown tired.
그냥 창고라면 들여다본다고 문제가 되진 않을 텐데요.
No! Okay, fine.
저주받았다.
It's just because this place. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined?
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
The curse is so much worse than you could. It's the curse of
질병이다.
financial distress,
아이, 야랄하네.
of ruin and bankruptcy. But officer, there's nothing natural about entire companies declaring bankruptcy.
그냥
I'm
네가
talking about cacodemia,
장사를 못하는
feeding off
거지,
bad
이거는.
business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence. Most certainly not. I don't want anyone.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
연극 고.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend.
부인, 전 도와드리려고 온 겁니다. 저는 전에도 초자연적인 현상을 해결한 적이 있습니다.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen
공허해서
charlatans
귀환했습니다.
before. You're no para-detective. You look nothing like one.
You look like one. Hey now, hey, hey. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
아시다시피 공허와 접촉하기 위해서는 혼합주를 마셔야
How
합니다.
do you?
Here we go.
부인의 부적들이 아니다. 이런 거를 어중간하게 하는 것보다 그냥 아예 이런 식으로 가는 게
I
낫지
should have
않을까?
realized. A pattern lies within the fabric.
아니 근데 이 플랫상스
Guide
얘는
us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are. If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
제 명예를 걸겠습니다. 명예가 없거든.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you.
Do not act surprised. You know.
물론 알고 있었습니다. 아까부터 기운이 느껴지더군.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be
굴뚝이라.
connected to the curse ever since
천국과
I first
지옥을
saw her.
연결하는
Did you know
통로죠.
that she lives inside the
그래서
chimney? Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central some unnatural magic, I assume.
오케이.
You should go find. Oh, and please do return to me after.
Unbelievable darkness. What you discover? Probably just office.
이제 드디어 됐다. 아이고 참나.
You see a set of tattered. You see a dimly lit room full of
그죠.
dusty.
든든든든. 남성이야? 잠깐만. 이거 해야지. 남성성이
A heavy
위협받는다.
door with a missing handle stands
열쇠로
before you.
문을
After
연다.
exerting some force, you manage to turn the key.
샌드백이네. 냉장고. 이건 뭐야 이건? 투포환고 13 적어놔 돼? 그래 얘기 한번 해보자.
What is this place?
체육관 같은데?
Yes, but no one's been here. I doubt the electricity still works.
Some specks of dust shimmer in an eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's easy to look for supernatural explanations where
오케이 일단은 그러면은 오른손에다가 손전등을 들면은 이거는 팔면 되겠다. 능목은 뭐야?
Barbell lies on
바벨
the floor. It's 60 kilograms.
60kg.
Your triceps hum. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
고정핀이 없군.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
흉악범죄라고.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations.
Okay.
The gym was.
올라가자. 야, 씨. 형사도 극한 직업이야. 이런 데를 들어가야 돼. 뚠뚠. 데미존병. 야생동물. 그치. 오, 이거 뭐야? 사람이야? 오, 홀리몰리. 마네킹. 일단은 다 한 번씩 차르륵 볼게요. 곰이 쓴 흔적이 보인다. 진열했던 옷은 어디로 간 걸까? 이건 칠판 같은 거네.
Your flashlight slides over an old
프로젝트
green chalk
드레드.
covered in scribbles,
이거
sketches,
뭐야?
and schemes. Like some ancient, some of the writing has faded
그림을
with age.
살펴본다.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures
웰키.
appear to be different types
마법을
of
시전.
translucent welkins, with organs shining. You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona.
아, 헛소리 하지
One
마.
of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin.
약간
His
엘프
face
같은 건가
white
보지?
and scarred like cracked marble. This, the Haldor, the Tuorg, the humans, and even headless.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welking creatures.
그러게.
This looks like concept art
Concept
for a
art.
project. Just look at those details.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy land. Entire oceans have been
뭐냐?
frozen from shore to shore. There are
약간
pictures
뭐
of
게임 만드는
settlements
것처럼
dried
이렇게
up
해놨네.
riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. You see primitive oil rigs built
드워글은
into
드워프인가 보지?
Boreal Dvorg. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy. A pinned postcard reads, This is a monthly calendar from the
50년도.
year 50. Cryptic words like
진짜 그냥 게임 제작
Daily
같은
Minute
느낌인가
and
본데.
GPI
진짜로.
span the marker-drawn grid.
아니 뭐,
The grand scheme of
뭐 다른
production
거든지
and
뭐
money.
애니메이션이나 영화라든지 뭐
It
그런
looks a bit like
거든지.
an academic calendar. Minimi stands for a
미니미.
mini
물론.
meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for as time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A
그런가
note in
보지?
the bottom
메모를
left
살펴본다.
handwriting is only partly legible.
집중하자.
But you can still the full text.
데이터 갖다 볼까? 모임. 왜 저장하지?
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube.
A radio computer.
라디오
Just
컴퓨터.
sitting here without any. But we are looking for a fridge.
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested.
켜봐.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its empty like a beehive with that.
This is where the memory should go.
기억 장치.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
기억 장치가 있어야 되는 거네.
This old fireplace is covered in lines. The whole thing resembles
페드라
Cajun
문명의
mosaic tiles.
모자이크.
Very
뭐야?
pesantic. Radio frequencies, it seems. You can unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. Perhaps the web is comprised
라디오
of radio
교환소.
stations, all lead back to one red
게임
heart
마스터.
titled
그러니까 이거 진짜
the
게임 만든 건가
Master
봐.
frequency. A note says, this one can listen in. Whoever decides to call in to a call. A list of names under the stations suggests people. There's no
shit.
way a little basement.
My God, it's as if the less money they had, the more ambition.
자금이
they projected.
줄어들수록 야망은 점점 더 커졌던 것으로 보이는군요.
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company.
Nothing. It's just lines on.
그냥 실패한 스타트업이네.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? Yes, that is the question. It looks like one of those popular
TRPG.
pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers. Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically
Oh,
present.
shit.
Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed
야,
to cover
이거는
the
생각을 했다는 거는 확실히 대단한데
ceremonies of
His fascination has swept aside
그냥
other concerns
꽂혔어.
for the moment. He's a little
No idea. They stopped filling out this. Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff.
super cool. Someone should give them millions of real.
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in God.
Not in Revachol.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to
범이솔라적인
create a
게임을
revolutionary
감히
game
만들려는 시도를 한
before.
사람은
We just
없었을
have
것
technology.
같습니다. 그런 기술을 가진 사람이 없었으니까요. 와.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but it's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep moving.
그래 뭐 아무튼 간에 흥미로운 저거였어. 뭐야 이거? 어? 아 이거네. 슬립 스트림. 이 문을 열고 이쪽으로 더 가야 되는 건가 보지? 일단은 요거 한번 보고 우주에서 가장 이런 멘트들이 보통 좀 그렇지.
Tiles on the cube are still like a smooth draw. The filament slides into place. A bar of fabric right above the static gets louder.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
제작 일정 맞습니까?
The filament you have inserted in... That was a question. Have you inserted good?
Password. Of course it would have a password.
비밀번호.
That's why there's a human administrator involved.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder, Fortress.
I'm afraid we are not doing that.
Now, can you please repeat the password
모르는데요.
received? I will...
Don't worry.
기록될 것입니다.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can thank you?
Tiles on the cube. The filament slides out of its
나중에
glowing
쓸 일
nest.
있겠지? 이게 냉장고인가 본데? 아니 근데 진짜 곰이네? 아야.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
난로인가?
Looks like an old
중앙 난방 시설인 것 같네요.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire.
It's dark and grimy here.
어둠 속에서 제잘거림이 들린다. 여러 명의 목소리가 위층의 연실 근처에서 서로에게 말하고 있다.
The echo is so prominent.
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
만약에 누가 있으면 굳이 알려줄 필요는 없어.
You see a terrifying ice bear.
아니 근데 누가 냉장고를 이렇게 만들어 놓은?
The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxi? A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City.
It's certainly an eccentric choice.
Your visual confirms.
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head. You take...
The body is heavier than
오, 빡세네.
to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best.
You have created an ice bear sarcophagus.
No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. Did we though? At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse
오케이,
stands
요거 이제 한 번 더 해보자. 72%인데 이건 좀 성공하자.
Your arms reach out and
그렇지.
your eyes close, as if by their own volition.
이게 뭘까? 물 좀 마실게요.
His cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
입에 넣는다.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the
그냥 하나씩 다
base of the
해보자.
mouth. The tongue moves freely in the cavity.
입 뒤쪽에는
Can you feel it? You're so close. A vision of black and dark red death.
연북의
Pried open by your naked
부분에는
hand, you see a hole,
작은
barely
구멍?
visible to the human eye. It is swollen
0.4cm보다 작은 구멍인데 이거 어떻게
no
보는 거임?
larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius. The edges appear darkened. An abrasion column.
박탈류는 뭐야?
This is what we're after.
Abrasion color.
A black trickle of liquid runs into your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up.
오
Tissue
쉣,
damage.
뭐야?
Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth. The basal ganglia feels clumpy.
아니
What
쉣,
entered
아니
the air has torn
이거를
apart his
입을 통해서
reptilian
뇌까지
complex.
만진다고?
This man will never sleep. Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatin. The lieutenant answers with the sound of his. Your fingers are all the way in now. Reaching toward the inside of your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like sharp, serrated material.
뭐야?
The edges cut right into your skin.
홀리 쉣.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp. The inside of the head feels cold and with a plop. Your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood, up to the wrist.
잠깐만, 총을 맞은
Between the
건데.
bullet.
잠깐만. 야, 이거 네가 총 전당포에 맡겨가지고 그 총에 얘가 맞은 거 아니야, 이거?
The bullet falls in the
알고
bag,
보니까 네가 죽인 거 아니야? 주인공이
splattering
죽인 거
blood
아니야?
on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber rifle.
충격으로
Some kind of
옮겨지.
brittle alloy, fractured on impact. Of course, you've earned it. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound, high velocity, temporary cavity in brain tissue, small exit wound on the
아주
occiput.
좋아.
Opinion, fatal injury. We have extensive tissue destruction away from the one track. We have a bullet. And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark.
사후에
Opinion,
발생.
non-fatal.
조작된.
Postmortem.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even
너무
dragging him to the
성급히
yard. All of it was done after. I've had this doubt since you showed me the tracks, officer. We could not account for why they carried him over. Why not march him? There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right to assign
어쨌든
hanging as
찾았어요.
cause.
There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellect. Yes, we should take a close.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
To hide something. The real killer, the real motive. That's for us to find out. But this. Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the whirling in rags should come with a
저녁에
bathroom.
꼭 이용하시기
Be sure to
바랍니다.
make use of. We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself,
Okay.
but I will work on the case. Tend to personal matters. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great
오,
work.
키츠라기.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side
그래,
tasks,
최대한 그냥 빨리
and even
이거를
the
처리를
main
하고.
case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
All right. There go those beautiful enamel boots.
I will need a little help carrying him.
이제 나 혼자 남은 거지. 레벨업 할 거 하고. 잠깐만. 요건 이제 빼자. 그다음에 지각 이거 올린 값하죠? 충분히. 스킬 포인트 2개 있는데 일단 지각을 다 박을까? 아니 이거 말고 지각. 지각은 이제 엄청난 수준으로 지금 향상이 됐어. 이거 나중에 하면 되고. 그냥 요거를 더 하자, 차라리. 그게 나을 것 같은데.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its
그럼 어차피 손전등 다시 껴야 되는구나. 비밀번호를 찾아야 되는데.
Your flashlight slides. Some of the writing has faded with age. The handwriting is only part. The full text reads. The photo color, entire ocean. You see primitive, albeit dark, a pinned
난
postcard.
요거는 빠르게 좀 넘기면서 혹시 비밀번호가 있는지를.
Towering among the rest. It's Vara Hamira. A high, the hull door. Your eyes glide over. This is among. It looks a bit. Mini-me stands for a mini meeting. As time goes on, it looks like the note in the bottom.
별거 없네. 다 하나씩 다 보자.
The whole thing resembles K-drama history classes. Students with their text radio frequencies. It's unclear. It looks like a card. You think so? The web is comprised of someone very, the leader of a massive, a conductor for the hunt. Whoever decides to call a list of names. There's no way. Nothing. It's just.
없네. 일단은 넘어갑시다. 저쪽에도 뭔가 더 이것저것 많이 있었어가지고. 냉장고는 이제 더 저거인 거지, 빈 거지.
The bear's eyes are still. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you. From a glossy cellophane wrapper, the paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
이게 뭐지? 이거? 손글씨 쪽지.
The note is written with a blue pencil. Someone has scribbled S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here.
외부 보관용 사본이 아직 여기 있다니 믿을 수 없군. 글도 못 읽는 빨간 머리 꼬마가 스튜디오에서 계속 물건 훔친다고. 그러니 이걸 어디 다른 안전한 곳에 둬야겠어.
You find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. Somewhere among the shadows in the cellar.
지하실 어딘가 그림자 속.
The note does not. Are you serious? You sure you? Ding ding ding. We have a winner.
링 딩 딩.
The note. It's part of a radio computer. It's like the production schedule you found. Only this.
삐?
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
뭔데? 이거 총알 한번
It's
볼까?
safely sealed away in a plastic bag, bearing the RC. The squished lid. I know. You should find the gun that shot this bullet. That sounds like something a police. Then find the gun that shot it. The squashed bullet has some shot. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacket bullets. The citizen's militia uses cast bullets only. The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal.
5mm
It has, the
정도.
core is lead. The brass jacket probably didn't cover the entire bullet. You can just about make out a few striations near. It's quite destroyed.
내부는
Some of the
꽤 심하게
fragments are
부서져
still
있다.
far away. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is flipping through stations in his Kanima. He is not here examining the bullet with you. He should be. He would.
비밀 통로가 있다. 오, 쉣. 고장난 총들을 쑤셔 넣었다.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment there is. Inside, it's nothing but loot. Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs, rummaging around. A fit service weapon for a fit officer. Too bad it doesn't work. It looks like it's been out of order for years. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable.
그러니까 소총이 숨겨져
This
있네.
is a good find. Really justifies coming down inside a secret room in.
그럼 나 총 생긴 거임? 오. 아이스크림 제조기.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying. You slip your fingers under the. If you want to try again, then
Equip the pry bar by going to the...
this orange machine is
영웅적.
buzzing like an old submarine. It has a
체질의 때로는
hand-cranked ice
부족한.
cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
나중에 제시도 할 수 있으니까
The
실패하겠지만.
ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You see the pry bar's metal. That's a good pry bar. But this ice cream maker is sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool.
이거는 뭐지? 손상된 거. 장전할 수 있다. 근데 낄 순 없네.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge. Something close to you dies with a soft. This orange machine is dead still. It has a turning the crank feels. You slip your finger if you want to try.
Equip the pry bar.
뭐야? 아까 위에서 뭐 돌았는데? 오. 어이? 아하. 여기로 들어가면은 이렇게 오는 거구나. 근데 뭐 다른 건 없는데? 일단은 그 쿠노한테 가서 뭐 도둑질 했다고 하니까 한번 물어볼까?
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno's
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third.
Kuno doesn't do that smart. Trying to get
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's help! Pig's got Kuno! Help!
help! He's
야라라네.
got the Kuno help! Everybody!
Escalate, Kuno!
Pigs in here in Kuno!
아
Somebody!
미친.
How did we
진짜
get
미친
here?
자식 이거.
How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just
Look.
for emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit-eating.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look. The Kuno's dad.
이거
gets.
멍이야 설마?
The murder look.
Relax. He can't read your. There's a dead body. Remember, that's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
I know what you thought. You're nothing. You're a joke.
Kuno turned you into his prison bitch! You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno for...
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper!
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your question.
Click, 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 click!
Kuno doesn't.
쟤한테 물어봐야 되나? 뭐 훔친 저거가 있다 그랬는데.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long...
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Murder was the case, was the case.
도망가네. 쟤 말을 할 수가 없네. 저 꼬맹이들은 진짜 상대하기가 되게. 일단 뭐 몸을 씻죠? 그리고 팔 거 좀 팔고 그렇게 합시다. 이 위로 올라가는 거 어떻게 올라가는 거야?
This is not the cleanest. Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life. The bathtub, the water is only lukewarm, but still comforting, like amniotic fluid.
맥주캔.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them. Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools. The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now.
오케이. 일단은 됐고. 이게 이제 어떻게 올라간 거임 근데?
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a...
뭐지? 몰라. 일단은 그러면 뭐를 할지를 정하고 갈까? 뒷마당 온실 뒤에 있는 지하실, 온실 뒤에 있는 지하실 문을 열라 그랬구나. 비 오네. 여기지. 번향기 방치는 못 들어가네.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
아, 지각 진짜 높아졌다.
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panel. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
마그네솔람, 돼지 뭐.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet, yes.
온실 뒤에 그째 온실 뒤에 지하실. 아, 이게 여기에 저거구나. 알뜰하게 챙긴다. 이렇게 올라오는 거야? 아. 뭐 안 팔아도 저거 되긴 하겠네. 이쪽으로 갈 수 있어? 갈 수가 없네. 뭐지? 온실 뒤에 지하실. 이건데? 이렇게 그럼 뒤쪽으로 돌아 들어가야 되는 건데. 요렇게 저 위쪽으로 해서 이건 지금 되고 있는 거고. 아, 이쪽이구나. 이렇게 길이 있네.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building. You have no clue. So many walls all over Mott.
이 뭐가 있는데 내가 알 수가 없네. 이제 찾았다. 야.
Are you trying to sneak up?
Logic error.
Pigs come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? Trying to sneak up on...
아, 이 자식들 진짜 너무 산공.
Can't get involved in this.
You see a young man on about.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
문제가 있다는 게 아니라 여기서 무슨 일이 일어나고 있는지를 알고 싶을 뿐입니다.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
이름을 말씀해 주시겠습니까?
My name? My name is
마르티네즈.
Martinez.
That's definitely not his real.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? I can tell that you finally got him down. Oh.
Wait, is someone else investigating?
No, not you. Some more
근육질이
muscular type.
언제였죠?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
It'll take more than. He's deflecting. He's young with a sharp memory.
I had a friend over.
친구를 만났습니다.
It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend. He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grate.
말 안 하네.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
설득할 수 있나? 뭐 이거는 뭐.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side.
Trash?
Please don't go. I'll leave.
Listen, I really have to go.
Ah, there it goes.
Good luck with the investigation.
나중에 얘는 나 좀 찾아봐야겠다. 그리고 요거를 말하는 것 같은데 불황자 모자.
A stone, like any other. There's a key beneath it. Looks like it could belong to the.
오케이, 먹을 거는 먹었죠? 이게 지하실인데 열어놓는다?
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The door is slick. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
이 아이 근데 좀 무섭다. 잠긴 문을 열면 어떻게 될까요?
You knock silently. The
아씨, 이거 이렇게 갔다가 확 죽는 거 아니야?
You try to be as silent as you. Finally, the door. The sound of the key turning still echoes in the yard. There might be important information.
아이, 들어갔다가 사망하는 거 아니야? 고민되네. 이거는 나중에 힘이 왔을 때 다시 하도록 하자. 아래에 무언가가 있다고? 뭐가 있는데? 나 다시 그 노동조합장한테 가서 얘기 한번 해봅시다. 그리고 마약 적어도 조사를 해야 되는 거?
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your...
아, 참. 어렵네. 이거... 이거 해야 되는데. 운전수 3명. 그러니까 3명 내가 그러면 다 조사한 건데. 얘랑 얘랑 얘잖아.
Looking for something? Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Mirizza, Safre. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's
He eyes you wearily, unsure how to respond.
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's...
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. Since he left, I haven't had...
If they were getting drunk inside the whirling in rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say there is a kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of...
어디 가면 찾을 수
follows
있지?
the smell.
개기름
It
냄새가
smells
나지.
like, seriously though, he's usually
수록은
just a
있죠.
little bit south of here. His tribe are natural liars. Guess so. No.
He's got a smoke right there in his fucking hand.
It's my last one. Sorry, all done. I bet. Sorry I couldn't be of any help.
일단은 제 노조 한번 가서 한시. 이거를 부술 수 있나, 절단기로? 오. 자, 다시 한번 얘기나 해보자. 노조 이 자식아.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair. I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question.
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
You're right, Harry. You only had to
He was testing you.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start
처형과
happening
파업이
now.
연관되어
I
있다고 했지
promise you, Harry,
않습니까?
this is gonna be
어떻게
good.
연관되어 있는 거죠?
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pine. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by
무장한
the Wild
용병까지
Pines group.
파견했고요.
They tried to shut a security contractor. Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire.
아, 근데 이 자식은 너무
He performs a motion as if
신용이
spraying
안
bullets
가는데.
from
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see.
따로 뭐 반응하지
If I
않고
need to
그냥
go
가자.
fun- About my fun container? It's a hoot, Harry. Who knows? Maybe, but enough about me and my container. The killers the company
세
hired,
명이라고?
I think
두
there were
명이 더
3 of
있어,
them. One
그러면?
of them got downright suicidal. Getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back.
그래,
And
그래.
when we do,
누가
we
밀어붙인
push to
거지?
kill. There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual
그게
labor,
아까
but peacekeeping
걔네들이구나.
in the name.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you. Idealistic people who want to make sure that
Again, that sounds like...
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, Boss,
말은
so
씨.
he probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him.
결과적으로는 그냥 아니 근데 총에 맞은 거란 말이지?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get
아, 그
arrested.
변호사.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway,
이게
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back. How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we... You said it, Harry. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strike. Of course, you're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like... Oh, they are simply fine young men. All 7 of them.
7명이라고.
Exemplary union. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and Harry, they're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some
패를
order on the
다
streets. But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry.
you can now go and tell Titus.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real. Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing
아니야,
to share
요거는 말하지
information.
말자.
Was there anything else? Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. I
말해봐,
don't know what
그러면.
happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're...
A man of the left. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
이러는 거가 되게 어렵단 말이지.
Perfect, Harry. That's perfect. My version of the left is
사업
not against the
제한이다.
companies. It's with the company. Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper.
뭐에
And
대한
then mail it to
서명이죠?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The union is going to build a modern youth center in Martinez.
소년센터.
It will be right.
이런 녀석이 교육기관을
get those
짓는다?
teenagers off
자기
drugs
사상을
and
세뇌하려고
on
하는 게
roller skates.
아닐까.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need... They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then...
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
The people win, Harry. The people
아,
win.
이거 아무리 봐도 좀 구린데. 일단 뭐
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the
수요일
pawn
아침에
shop and across
고쳐질
the
거다.
canal. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I know we can do business together.
일단 요거는 뭐 받아 놓는 거는 바꿔서 안 해도 되니까 상관이 없는데 지가 끝까지 올릴까 그냥? 그거랑 이거를 물리적 수단은 0이야. 아니 지각 일단 끝까지 올릴래. 풀강이다. 수요일에 고쳐진다는 정보는 얻었어요 일단. 이거 뭐지? 그러면은 지금 해야 되는 거가 작용당 범행 도구, 풍도 분석하기. 이것저것 할 것들은 이제 있는데, 근데 저 에브라토였던가? 걔는 조금 껄끄러워서 증거가 모였을 때 한꺼번에 몰아붙여야 될 것 같고.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind? Oh, hi.
Relax. He's merely joking.
널 체포한다.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though even this rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against.
Nope. Don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. They're still.
Hey, isn't he like smoking right now? The smell is it.
Okay. But this is my last one. And it's a bad habit.
다들 돛대라고. 아, 근데 이거 마약 이걸 찔러봐도 뭐가 안 나와가지고 이렇게 3명이란 말이지?
Lowman, you called me. What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I say? Then what we're...
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Who the fuck is Irrat? Ah, and what do I care about the union boss? He's no Gabriel. Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference. Just this month I made half a dozen trips from... No, Lowman. Diamonds. Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Easy. Is the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never.
That's correct. There is no...
Where do you want me to go? This isn't... Or I can just relax.
아무래도 저 친구 아니면은 저건데. 근데 내 이거를 조사를 할 수 있는 화물차를 조사할 수 있는 건 이거밖에 없단 말이지.
A lorry stuck. The windows are fumes of heavy fuel oil. The back end of a book with ragged edges catches your notice. The driver, a large man, it is a seal.
얘를 더 찔러봐야 되나? 근데 다 대화를 한 것 같은데.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind? Ah, man. But those days are behind me. There are other addictions. Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Look, man, I try to stay...
We wouldn't say he's lying.
아, 얘도 저건가?
You see a Samaran street vendor surround the name Sil.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool. You're very cool. You're right, officer. 100%. No playing around there. Me, it's a...
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. That's so cool, officer. Speaking of, why not drugs? I don't... Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's so cool. You investigating the local drug...
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction.
Who said that?
아, 이거야.
It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. No, I just said I work.
Realizing he can't get out of it.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. Proud, you know.
No. He wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
It's a she, okay?
She.
The other drivers call her
그
the
여자?
lady driver. You're better off staying away from her.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her.
He's not ruling her out.
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. I don't know. I'm not local. All right. Very cool. Let's get...
그다음에 또 뭐 하려고 그랬죠? 아, 요거 요리사. 저 여자랑도 한 번 더 얘기해봐야 되고. 여자 화물차 운송 기사.
The woman is still hunched over the railing.
Huh? What is it? What do you want? Did you just call me a lady, Jerife? I'm not that either, Jerife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was. I'm only terrifying to small children.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other commoners sniffing around because they can no longer recognize the person? Oh, sim.
얘는 아니고. 근데 그러면 여자라고 하면 그 변호사 친구. 사실은 운전수였다? 변호사라고 했는데? 어차피 근데 저기 한번 가긴 가야 되거든. EMRA.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your... What are we going to do? The union isn't going to...
God.
If anything, it is the RCM who...
애매하네. 여자 운전사.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your... The man says a couple of... I'm pretty sure he asked. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Horse need more vodka?
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special... Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. Honestly, the place is a powder keg.
이거는 어떻게 해야 되지? 화약통에 가까운 장소입니다. 넣었다가 터지는 거 아니야? 빵!
He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot with a whisk. He smiles and nods enthusiastically and chattering away in his language. The mention of mañana gets his attention. He looks up at you, then looks away. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind. You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month. There is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose once the construction starts. It'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the well, you could trick Everard. Get some random people to sign the doc. The youth center cuts into the ocean like it's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings.
그러니까 이거 그냥 주변 인근까지 다 먹으려는 건가 봐.
This is either an ominous, my money is on cool.
그리고 그 보르시치 이거는 어떻게 된 거야? 완료한 거야 그냥? 에이? 뭐야?
You see a heavy steel door with a the cobalt blue surf. It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. What the door does not.
여기에 이쪽인데 여기에 이쪽 여기잖아. 이거 할 수 없는 거였던가?
Is this about?
전당포에 가야 되는 건가 그러면? 얘는 어떻게 올라가 있는 거지 근데? 이 아래쪽인데 이거는 이렇게 올라가는 거고 지하실 한번 그러면 들어갔다 와볼까? 힘이 왔을 때 들어가려고 그랬는데 일단 보고 했으니까는 들어갔다 와봐도 되려나? 아, 시간 잘 가네 이거. 이거는 내일 또 와서 할 수 있는 건가?
Just an ordinary.
아니면은 저거 스탯을 레벨업을 하면 할 수 있는 건가? 아무튼 저희 지금 없지. 엿보고 있는 없지. 살금살금 소독제 냄새.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf, each one a little ring. Though cheerful, there's something disdainful in the way it looks like the artist is celebrating diversity. But no one's telling you to like him. This is the flag of
레바슐 종족의 깃발.
This isn't just one sun. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric.
별거 없네. 이 옆으로 어떻게 들어가지? 일단은 그럼 여기로 들어가 볼게요. 해거 통지서. 뭔데 이거? 아이씨, 안경. 발코니. 20원 넘었네. (28호) (29) (30호) 근데 말을 걸 순 없어 지금. 진짜 이끼다. 술. 오각혈.
This door has been closed with a padlock. It's a solid lump of metal. But, yes, get those cutters in there and snip away. No reply. This door has been closed with a padlock.
이거를 자르고 들어가는 건 좀 문제가 되지 않을까?
Number 11.
해봐.
What are you doing?
아이고.
You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's...
될 수 없지.
You hear someone walking around inside. The walking stops. Sounded like a woman. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is...
경찰입니다.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant?
It's generally easier to do.
아이. 아니 이거 완전 경찰이 아닌 도둑인데요?
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. Go ahead then.
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Yes, yes. I know who you...
Somewhere in the building,
What's he in trouble for? Talk?
Talk?
What was so funny?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one... I'm no one. If you can call it living, it's barely bigger than a closet. But I...
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while.
Ask away, policeman. People come and go. I don't keep...
They probably just moved.
No one lives there. It's been empty for months. Impossible. I would know if someone... Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking it. Great. Young people. Their work. Oh, that one is a scientist. I think he studies astrology as a community. Something to do with all those... That's what I said. Astrology.
She mumbles some...
마르티네즈 부동산 연합에서 담보권 행사 중.
You hear someone walking around inside.
Excuse me?
You have plenty of reason to enter.
Oh, come on.
Well, that...
죽는 거 아니야? 볼리스터.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to... Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour. I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can, it was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be
A sudden serious look crosses her face.
But that was months ago. Anyway,
차압된다.
that's another huge mess.
3개월.
And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like a hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then
The sum must have been puny.
these apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous
100만 레알짜리
architecture,
뷰래.
a million real view of
오지네.
the bay, good ventilation, neighbors. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going. Don't ask me what happened with the wall. Both apartments are now unrentable. Of course.
오케이, 할머니한테 다시 가서 얘기나 해주자. 아, 이게 차압된 방이야?
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place, yes.
Your statements are too vague.
겨울의 차가운 회색빛이다. 벽을 허물었다. 아, 이게 그 얘기야? 벽 허물었다는 게? 그래서 나가는 길 하나 있고 발코니. 그다음에 저녁 때 이쪽으로 오면 된다. 28호. 이쪽으로 나가는 거고. 너는 뭔데?
The streets will flow red
컬
once
신디.
more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last
그냥 이름을 좀
time I
알고
was tested
싶었던
for
것뿐이야.
Hep C, and here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
A brush? An artist? That smell coming from her paint bucket.
중요.
It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? This shit is
유증기는
pumped
몸에
out
안 좋아.
government. Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
The lieutenant is desperately searching for hatred, disgust. It's the woman on the boat.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from river.
On a first name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up
글쎄,
in the
나도 별로 안
world.
좋아해.
Pig's not half as dumb as he looks.
벽에는 뭘 하고 있는 거지?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a
대공,
beautiful mural.
대공
I
그라피티.
haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. Yeah? Thanks.
She means the opposite.
I ain't no snitch, Pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit.
가본 얘기는 좀 해줄
No
수 있나?
shortage. What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells? Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one.
장갑을 갖고
I saw a
돌아다니.
little girl in the... If you haven't been there, the
어촌.
village is a shithole down the coast from Main Plaza.
광장에서 해안.
Have a good time. Piggy, I have no idea why I just told you that.
동물
You
같은
look
거에
like a
약하대.
shaggy dog left in the rain for... Watch your back, ungulate. You've got...
Why does art inspire you so much? Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of... In short, art is... Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art. Yes, you seek substance. No vapid
이거 진짜 원어로 하려면
representations
진짜
of
토
social law
나오겠다.
as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch. Go ahead and
응? 그냥 들어가지네? 아! 괜찮아? 돈 내가 다 가져갔는데?
Ruination has come. The broken arches
추측해본다.
a great force from the northeast fired. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the waves of the Martinez Inlet rolled over
너무
the
실거리는
fallen remains of the
파도가
building.
건물에 쓰러진 잔해 위로 몰려옵니다.
What didn't fall into the ocean, those arches acted as
더
support
큰
for something
무언가를
greater than
지탱하는
what you
역할을
see
하고
now. Only
있었습니다.
3 stories stand where 9 to 12
아이고,
once.
누가
The
이런
fleet,
손상을
the combined armies of
수백 척의
Oxford
함선으로
and
구성된
Grad,
군대.
they massed airships, for many are still there
오,
to
경험치
this day.
주네.
Coalition warship Archer.
오케이, 오케이. 이것저것 많이 했다. 이 위쪽. 아, 이거 얘가 그린 거구나. 뿅, 뿅, 뿅. 돈. 돈 많아졌다. 그리고 저녁 때쯤에 저 28호 한번 다시 가는 거. 그리고 요거는 저거고. 어촌. 28호. 28호 그냥 지금 한번 가볼까? 응? 히프노 감마.
This door has been closed. That isn't just a five-pointed star.
공산주의의
The star and antlers
도상이다.
was developed in the 6th decade, even
별
today,
사슴 뿔기.
half a century after. The star and antlers to symbolize also some social democrat. The wreath of antlers
자연의
represents a
왕관.
natural crown. Because white is the color. You see noble aims, but also mountains upon the price of idealism.
(28호) 한번 다시 가보자.
This door is made of metal and number 28. This is where the clean no one answers. Looks like he isn't home.
내일 오후 9시 이후. 그러면은 이제 또 한 사발이 했어요. 그러면 지금 해야 되는 게 요거 수색인데 저거 그러니까 수요일에 고쳐진다 했잖아. 저거가 그 항만 저거가 지역이 풀리면 이동을 할 수 있는 거고 여자 운전수 그리고 그녀의 화물차는 어디 있는지 알아. 신분증 찾기. 기억하라. 이거는 뭐지? 돈이네? 아니 뭐 이상한데 돈들이 낑겨 있다.
Have you no shame? Whining about René, you're a man with a... I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that.
본때를
We're
보여준다.
all old.
빠세이.
Stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
You are immediately surprised by the balls. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement.
공 그 자체가 된다. 쇽. 따단.
A whorehouse of it wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was a leak.
What the hell is your problem?
아니 근데 공을 버려버렸잖아.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
투퍼인 줄 알았어요.
Well, it damn well isn't. It's
Take it easy, René.
of course there's harm done. You orange slug. You are as a goddamn
혹시 이거면
fool.
될까요?
Will this? No, it will.
Thank you, officer. This is really something. Honestly?
Mon Dieu.
Yes. Why did you come here? You never know. He might know something. This is a good vantage point.
영감님 초소를 찾았었어요.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave. No one.
아무도 안
The
했어.
boss has been on. Yes, it's.
Look, officer. The container yard.
사실
doesn't
경비원이
actually
필요
need a
없어.
guardsman.
거칠에
Never had one
가까워.
before, René. Monsieur Claire.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage.
Evrard created this job for
창조했네.
René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words. Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my... Yes, yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway.
뭐라도 아시나요?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no... In Martinez, the UNICOP is a pejorative term.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you.
It is true,
오케이,
sir.
오케이.
He knows nothing.
고맙군요. 무난스. 불. 그래서 이 밑으로 내려가면은 있는 건데.
A crumpled billboard reading
뭐지,
Samurai
이거?
butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the
사마라
blonde
버터가
boy.
뭐지?
Whatever it is, the boy goat milk butter.
염소젓
The Samarran terrain
버터.
makes it easy. It's an acquired taste.
무슨 일이 있었는지 재구성해보자.
Judging
차!
by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably
동력
a
마차일
motor vehicle.
것입니다. 이렇게 와가지고 떨어졌다고? 조지네.
These look like the same tire tracks I
오.
saw earlier. Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the
shit.
crater at
모임?
the black marks on the roof indicate that
경사진 금속 지붕판을 본다.
the
어씨,
panel served as a
도약대
takeoff ramp.
역할을 했습니다. 부러진 기둥을 본다.
The vehicle soared through the air,
공중으로 치솟아
hitting the
광고판을
building
들이받고 기둥을
and upsetting the
꺾었습니다.
posts. Then
광고판을
it con-
본다.
The sign broke the vehicle's. The Samarran butter billboard still looks freshly
얼마나
painted
최근에?
within the past
72시간이네.
72 hours.
반대편, 어이, 잠깐, shit, fucking yeah.
The crumpled Samurai. Still speeding, the vehicle made a
오씨,
loop and
뭐네,
vanished into
뭐냐?
the fog
아니, 무슨
along the
운전의
coast.
신인데?
There are two good candidates.
쿠프리.
The Caprice 40 and the Line. It's about the right size. And the Caprice 40 is a very popular model.
경찰관은 그러니까 저 쿠플이 이후가 키츠라기 차 아닌가?
Strippers very sturdy but light motor. The Linear G22 is not a particularly popular. You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure.
이게 지금은 막혀 있고 여기 길이 나중에 수리가 된다 했단 말이야. 그래서 지금은 좀 기다려야 되고 여자
Make way for the master poet. I don't want to talk about that. Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I
이
can say
주위엔
is
없을
she isn't around here
거고
anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker.
사약한 마약 밀매꾼도 아니란 거다.
I didn't, man. I told.
It's true. We would have caused emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't.
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. A friend? An acquaintance?
친구
I don't know.
말동무다.
She was the only person in this damn
어떻게
jam. A
생겼지?
youngish woman. Gruff, but blue and violet.
블루 앤 바이올렛.
It was violet when she got here.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Damn, I don't want to. Please just let it go. Whatever she did, that's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation.
어떻게 해서
The
궁지에
girl's,
몰린
she's got
거지?
the darkness in her.
어둠.
That young person's dark. Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. It's snitching, man. I know what it is. I heard the rumors. I
소문은
saw the other drivers
들었다.
looking at me strange when we talked.
자기가 거친
She told me
삶을
too.
살아왔다.
That she's had. Well, it looks like it did now. But
심정.
we didn't talk about that. We talked about the way it worked. The trouble it would. Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers.
He's right. There are other options. Wait, this guy says they're friends, then acquaintances, and he's okay with others ratting her out.
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too.
살짝 압박해볼까?
I thought you were a different kind of cop. Here. Valori's still here. Down past the Statue of Philippe. The cabin is green. You can get in there with these. That's all I know. I bet you are.
이렇게 저걸 하면 나 더 물어볼 거임.
She left them to me. Because she trusts.
The other drivers would have to break in there to get the machines moving. And they would find what's hidden inside. Something.
찾았네. 초록색이라고. 이건가?
There's a pile of cheap.
아, 선글라스. 이거 초록색 아니? 어쨌든 마약 밀매 자체는 경찰이 잡아야 되는 일이니까 이런 거는 뭐 할 수 있지. 근데 초록색. 아, 이거네.
This screen found A to Z.
콩탕포네.
Contemporary. This is the one the man pointed to. His friend's lorry. He pushed the key into the lock. The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. There's something odd about the passenger seat.
좌석 시트 천이 보통 공구함이 있는 좌석 아래쪽으로 당겨져 있습니다.
Where the toolbox should be.
시트 천이 커버를
Voila. A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed. This large map displays the elephant toll booths at the intakes are marked with there. Hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881 to Kuron through the middle income neighborhoods there. This municipal map from the 30s displays a
그냥
complex
일단
system.
지도
The final
짜르륵
map
있는 거고
displays a labyrinth of looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road
동부 고속도로에
belonging
속한
to Easton,
도로망으로
the cluttered cabin of the abandoned. If only Lieutenant Kitsuragi were here to help you piece together. You stuff the maps back under the seat cover. Better not to leave traces of a metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's an issue of petty. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio.
이것저것 뭐가 복잡하긴 한데
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. The peculiar frequency tableau
128개.
indicates that at least 128 unclear for contacting an entire fleet of lorries, for example. Not without the dial key. The smell of 1,000 cigarettes. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get but one odd detail. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
오른쪽 부츠의 밑창 무늬를 닳게 했겠군. 이 친구가 저거네. 저거 오른쪽 저 위에 시체 부근에 저거 조사할 때 오른쪽 부츠 이상한 거 얘기가 나오지 않았었나?
Matching one of the footprints found from the crime scene, which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching. You've identified the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys had anything to do with the drug trade?
섣불리 추측하고 싶진 않아.
Still talk to them. See what they've got. The movie stars are still smiling from the
포스터 여러
walls.
장을
These
감상한다.
are movie posters. One of them particularly catches your eye. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's
사향이
spicy, with a hint
섞인
of
강렬한
amaranth
냄새.
wafting through the bitter
이게
air of
무슨
the cabin.
냄새지?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented
그레네이트 넣은
perfume.
거.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress. One
시스
of her
드레스를
shoulders
입고
bare.
있고 쌓이는 글씨가
Wait,
가려있다.
doesn't she resemble someone you know?
누구랑
This
비슷한데?
is
팁
Tijeon,
티온느.
a starlet from the door of
비극적이고 때이른
cinematography.
죽음.
She wasted away
마약
in a drug
소굴에서
den
쇠약해
called
죽었다.
the door to the river.
아이고.
Not far from the actresses and the rear actor. All
오케이.
close the rusty old.
일단은 이거 여기서 더 하는 거는 키츠락이 오면 같이 하자. 좀 중요한 것들은 그렇게 하고 이거 갑옷 장갑 탄도 분석하기. 근데 이거 조사했잖아. 탄 요거는 분석하지 않아.
The bullet is still safely sealed away. The jacket, the core is lead. It's quite far away. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is
아,
flipping through
경위한테
stations
한번
in
얘기하면 되는 거구나. 오케이. 그러면 일단 오늘은 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 여기까지 하고 내일은 이걸 하거나 롤체를 하거나 둘 중에 하나를 할 듯? 아마? 그래서 일단 여기까지 하고 그래도 이 진전이 좀 슬슬 진행이 되고 있죠? 그 스토리가? 조이스에게 보고하기. 조이스한테 보고하는 것 정도는 해도 될 것 같은데 일단 어쨌든 오늘은 여기까지 하고 지금 이 화요일자 남은 시간 동안 조이스한테 보고하는 걸로 그렇게 한번 해볼까 싶네. 일단은 오늘 여기까지 하고 가보도록 하겠습니다. 좋은 밤 되시고 재밌게 보셨으면 팔로우도 부탁드립니다. 저는 가보도록 하겠습니다. 내일은 아마 한 7시, 8시 사이? 네, 보도록 하겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요.